everyone. Thanks for watching Scorpio Rising Secret Series. I'm your soul coach, Jeremy Ryden, hoping you're healing deeply and living fully. If this is your first time to my channel and you're a Phoenix Riser, you're going to want to check out all these other episodes for your rising sign that I've been doing. On a side note, thank you to all the people that have been subscribing, commenting. It really is encouraging. I want my channel to be a safe place, an encouraging place, a place of information and insights for all Scorpio risers. Yes, I will do the other astrology. I am a full-time astrologer, so I'll be talking about the other rising signs and the other placements. But as long as I'm able to do YouTube and you enjoy it, I will continually place information for this powerful rising sign. Now, with that being said, 2 hands today, people. We actually made it to secret number 10, the enlightenment of a Scorpio riser. We've been sharing about the 4 aims of life in these last few episodes. And so these 4 aims taught in Hinduism are the goals of life. The first goal is Dharma. What is your purpose, your responsibilities, the actions you should be taking, which is seen through the fire signs in your natal chart. Then another episode covered the second aim, Artha. What is your earning ability, your wealth? How do you make your money? Which is seen through the earth signs in your natal chart. And then just the other day, we talked about the third aim, which was Kama, your desires, your pleasures, what makes you happy in this life, which is seen through the air signs in your natal chart. Now today, we're talking about the 4th aim. We finally made it to number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Made it to number 4. And the 4th aim is Moksha. And it's the aim of enlightenment, liberation, freedom. It's that spirituality that you see me always referring back to here and there throughout these episodes. So where do we see this? We see this in the water signs. The water signs in the zodiac, which for all Scorpio risers in whole house astrology is 1, 5, and 9. We know you got Scorpio in the first because that's your rising sign. But in the 5th house, we got Pisces, and in the 9th, we have Cancer. And so normally when we look traditionally at how to find freedom in our spirit, how to align to God and the universe, we look to the water houses, 4, 8, and 12. So you do want to look to the planets in 4, 8, and 12 as indicators on how you can receive your enlightenment, your spiritual awakening, your soul growth and development in this lifetime. But another layer to look to that, as I said, is the water signs, which rule 1, 5, and 9 for us. So notice this, we're a water sign to begin with. Our personality is water. We're Scorpio in the first. Scorpio in the first house is our identity. It's our personality. It's our life path. And so what's interesting about this is that spirituality, moksha, spirituality, liberation, connecting to the divine, it's not just a side hobby for us. It is part of our identity to the very core of our soul. As I've said many other times, whether you're atheist, non-religious, if you live long enough, and if you're open to exploring the spiritual side of you, you can tap into this hidden dimension, this higher realm, because it's really inside of you in that first house. It's part of your core makeup. And then we look at the 5th house, Pisces, right? So this shows us a lot of our liberation, a lot of our freedom, a lot of us connecting to God, Goddess, is through our creativity. It's when we're creative and we're in the creative process that something sparks. It's like a divine spark. We become alive. Our heart becomes full. We become excited. And, so what brings these feelings for us? Well, a lot of us, romance. You ever had that feeling of, how people say some people are in love with being in love, that great feeling, excitement, rush, happiness that just washes over you when you start falling in love with someone? Well, we have Pisces in the 5th, and so it's very spiritual. Once again, we're looking at how do we connect to the higher realms through the water signs, our creativity. The 5th house, any planets in the 5th, any planets in the 1st are going to tell you how you connect to your higher power. And so for me, you see me doing all these videos, right? Well, for me, when I get done doing them, for the most part, there's a relief, there's a connection, there's a sense of, I'm in my zone. Why? Because I'm following the path of spirit. And for all of us with Scorpio Rising, creativity is one way we connect to spirit. Whether that's in dance and music and painting, a lot of them are children. Some of you Scorpio risers will really understand the relationship between the higher and the higher parent, God, Goddess, and yourself through the relationship of your children. You will really find what unconditional love is through your children on how you love them, because fifth house rules children. So, I would encourage you, if you're going through a slump and you feel depressed and you're alone, if you're a Scorpio riser, do some journaling, do some acting, do something to get out of your head and just get the creative juices flowing. And that creativity itself will be like a stairway to heaven. Now, then we look at the ninth house, Cancer, right? So ninth house is the house of spirituality. It's publishing, it's philosophy. So a lot of us will be able to grow spiritually through the books we read, through studying other cultures. Ninth house is foreign places. So a lot of us, we're going to have to look at religion outside of our upbringing. And so, I was a devout with the religion I was raised in. I was very devout in. As many of you know, I was a seminary, missionary, you name it. But through my travels, my spirituality expanded. And for most Scorpio risers, for you to really get out of the Maya, out of the illusion, out of all the false goals in this world, you're going to have to do some traveling. You're going to have to, should do some traveling, be good for you, but also study other cultures, study other religions. That's why I've been doing the 4 aims in the Hinduism, in the Vedic tradition. Why? I'm in America, right? So a lot of people know about Buddhism, not as much about Hinduism or the other Eastern stuff. It's become more popular in the last 20 years, but for a Scorpio riser, studying these spiritual texts, studying other books of philosophy will help you to understand your own spirit. You don't have to buy into what everyone else is saying, but it doesn't hurt to listen to other people that were wise in what they expose, and it can also help you. So now, with that being said, I just really want to say, look for the planets in 1, 5, and 9, which is interesting because when I said earlier, traditionally, the planets of Dharma, your life purpose, is found in 1, 5, and 9. But also for us, our spiritual freedom, our getting out of reincarnation cycle, our actually getting absorbed into the highest levels of God, even when we get beyond this dimension in life, is found for us also in 1, 5, and 9. So part of our Dharma, part of our mission is truly to receive the enlightenment, to receive the higher causes. When I was doing that Scorpio, and I'll hurry up because it's getting long, but when I was talking about Scorpio money, someone made a good point, and it's true. A lot of Scorpios are not even materially minded. Some are billionaires because there is the ability to really go after money, and others, are they're in the monastery, they're seeking spirituality, and a lot of others fall somewhere in between. But ultimately, for you to be happy in this life, you must keep your spirituality alive. And if it's dead right now, or if I went through a whole season of having no faith or giving up on God or spirituality, and that's part of spiritual growth. Doubt is part of healing, believe it or not. Doubt is part of growth. And so wherever you are in your spiritual journey, instead of looking at dogma, look at your creativity. Look at the other spiritual teachings out there that can engage your mind, travel, and then as well, your personality. Just allow your personality to shine through. What is our personality? It's healing, right? It's healing, it's helping, it's guiding, it's counseling, it's saving. When we do these things naturally to help the planet and others, our personality, when we're not holding back on it and letting it shine, it will also lead us to our higher self. Thank you, and namaste, and we'll see you in the next video.